Good morning. I'm in the sunlight again because I like it. Welcome to our day 8 of our meditation challenge. Make sure my sound is on. There we go. And what a beautiful weather we're having. All right. Day 8. Number of abundance, infinity, prosperity it's a good way to set intention on that abundance. And for me, abundance is having an abundance of opportunities to sit like this and meditate, to sit and chant my favorite mantras, to read my favorite books. It's not, abundance for me is not in the material things. It's the things that money cannot buy. That's where my abundance is. So here we go. We're going to tune in. We are doing our practice we did yesterday for 7 minutes each. So I feel we'll stay at that pace for right now, for today. I don't know how tomorrow is going to be. I'm kind of fly by the seat of my pants here. What feels for me is what I go with. And bringing the hands in front of the heart center. Just beginning to notice your breath. And bringing your awareness to your spine, to your body. And perhaps beginning to lengthen the spine. Perhaps on the exhales, beginning to relax the shoulders. And let's take a deep breath together. And exhale. Inhale again. Lifting the gaze gently up to the brow point, your third eye, Ajna chakra. Exhale. Tuning in with Adi mantra. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath, engage the root log. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. Okay, so here we go. First mudra, interlace the fingers. Index fingers are extended out. Thumbs are crossed. Placing the mudra at the level of the throat, but the index finger is right below the nose tip. And when you're gazing down, you're gazing at the tip of the index finger. So it almost forces you to look at the tip of the nose, which kind of puts slight pressure onto the, I think it's a occipital nerve. And that's another so in Kundalini Yoga, there's different eye focuses: the third eye, the crown, the moon center, the tip of the nose. And so all of these kind of rewire and make the energy in your head move in a certain way. So we're putting pressure on some points to guide the energy to flow a certain way. That's how I understand it. You could research that for yourself and see what resonates with you. Again, we're doing segmented breath through the O-shaped mouth on the inhale for 4 counts, chanting mentally mantra sa, ta, na, ma. Exhaling through the nose, 1 count. Really use your navel. So today, maybe for a period of time, if you think of it or remember, I want you to focus on relaxing the navel as you inhaling, and then as you exhaling, forcefully pull it in to push all the breath out. We have to now work on getting the breath as complete as possible on the inhale and getting the exhale as much of it, all of it out as possible. So just be mindful of that. Again, when I give you these tips, it's not for you to self-criticize or think, just bring your attention to it. It is all it is. It's just bringing your awareness to it. How is my belly? Am I relaxing it, or am I keeping it at the top part? So just bring your attention to it and just observe, witness where it's at. And then as you become comfortable, you start beginning to tweak it a little bit and see if it, how it feels for you. See if it changes anything. At the end of the meditation, remember, we take 3 deep inhales. And since I'm doing this practice too, I don't like to talk while I'm doing it. So I want you to kind of remember it. Even if I don't say pull up the root lock, we always pull up the root lock on those 3 final breaths. This is about moving the energy up from the base of the chakra up, base chakra, base of the spine, along the chakras up to the 3rd eye or crown. So the first one is your arms are simply extended out, fingers are straight and together, and you're pulling up horizontally. The second time, you're pulling vertically and horizontally, and you're kind of lengthening the spine. Imagine there's like a puppet, and you're pulling yourself up by the string. The third time, you have to spread your fingers really wide, like as wide as you can, because these are balancing us through the earth, water, fire, air, ether elements, the 5 elements that exist in our body and in nature and the cosmos. So we want to spread and make the fingers really tight, like really, really tight. And you're tightening up your entire body, including the root lock. So kind of flex the cheeks, the back muscles, the abs, the glutes, what you're sitting on. Really pull everything in, like squeeze and contract yourself. The best analogy that I could get you to think, if the body awareness and the muscular contraction is not something that's familiar to you, I will say, imagine somebody's it sounds so violent, somebody's hitting you with a stick or a flipper, you know, and you're bracing yourself. So you just want to brace yourself, brace for impact, but you're not contracting in, you're squeezing every cell. What you're doing is the breath and energy that you've generated, you are trying to spread it to every cell in your body. That is what we're contracting all the muscles for. So it takes a little practice, especially if the brain muscle connection is not cultivated on a regular basis. It's a little bit hard, but think of it as squeezing yourself as if you're bracing for impact, and yet you're opening up, spreading and plugging in. So I wanted to explain that a little bit more in detail, so I won't have to take away from the practice by talking about it. So we always pull the root lock, we're always stretching horizontally, vertically, and tightening up everything we can, especially on the last one. Okay, here we go. Coming into the mudra and the posture. Deep inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades down, chin tucked in, looking at the tip of the index finger, and begin. Mentally chanting sa, da, na, ma on the inhale and then exhale. Deeply inhale. As you suspend the breath, stretch the arms out to the side, palms facing up, pull horizontally, pull the root lock. Exhale. Again, deep inhale. Stretch up. Exhale last time. Fingers spread open wide. Tight like steel. Exhale. And just holding the space for a moment, going within. Deeply inhale. Exhale. Well done, part one. Something I want to share with you is the beauty of Kundalini Yoga and all these Pranayama meditations is that it keeps the mind focused on the mantra, keeps the body focused on the specific breath. And when we hold whatever mudra, it directs the energy to flow within the body a certain way. So you really are connecting the mind, body, spirit, like energy, all in one. It, to me, doing meditations in that way was a lot easier because it felt like I had to be busy, like doing all these things, making sure I'm breathing on point, making sure my posture is on point. To learn to meditate in that way was, I think, greatly impactful to me, because now I can, after all is done and we take that last breath and we pull in the root lock, we tighten everything, and then we let go and relax, then after that, that is the nectar, the flowering part of the whole practice is the fact after we've breathed, after we've held the mudra, after we've focused for 7 minutes today, then it's that sweet moment of just stillness. And then imagine that if you were doing this practice and you just do maybe 3 minutes of this segmented breath, and then you're able to kind of relax into it at the end and do that as your meditation part too. I think that is a much more, to me, that's just my opinion, a much more practical approach for individuals that are really mentally active. If I was to, which I did, I started practicing meditation before I discovered Kundalini Yoga, is trying to sit and trying to just breathe and hold steady, and all my attention was in the mind. All my attention was right here. Everything that I pushed back came right to the front. And I know now, I understand the process that is the purging that's happening. You're emptying yourself out of it. But in the time, as a novice person who had no experience under my belt with meditation, that was extremely frustrating and discouraging. Paired up with the belief that meditation should bring me to no thought, no mind space. It was extremely painful. And I remember just being so harsh on myself. So this is why I resonated, and to this day absolutely enjoy Kundalini Yoga meditations, because they keep me busy, they keep me occupied. There's so many moving parts, and you know that you're doing something. I feel it. I believe that there is something's happening when I do this. Even if I don't feel anything, I know I believe in it. And so at the end of the meditation, that's where it feels like I'm on top of the Himalayan mountain, and I'm able to gain a higher perspective on something, or get a little drop in, like today. Like what came is the appreciation for how far I've come from the very first few tries of me trying to meditate, be it with the Deepak Chopra things or my own stuff from YouTube, and how far I am into this now. I could sit for hours and just sit and breathe and enjoy, yes, it took years, but you had to start somewhere, and I think this is a very practical approach. Okay, little sip of my golden milk. And we move on to our second part, which is going to be a little bit more challenging since we're keeping the arms up like this. Remember that if you're feeling your shoulders coming up, drop them down. Here's a little tip I'll share with you. As a trainer, I know that if I have to hold my arms up like this, I'm pushing my shoulders down, and when I start feeling the warmth in the shoulders, like the blood flow, and it's like a little heat rising, and then we associate it with this sensation of, oh, it hurts, oh, it's painful. I don't dwell in that thought pattern. Instead, I put my focus on pressing the shoulder blades down. Like I am literally squeezing my shoulder blades down. And so it becomes this push-pull tug of war, but then my mind is not focusing so much on pain. My mind is focusing on keep your shoulders down and kind of rest. So I feel like a statue at that point, where it is not the discomfort that is so high that I have to put my arms down. Again, if there is anyone practicing this and you have shoulder injury or neck or what have you, the distinguishing marker is sharpshooting pain. We back off. And only you would know where there is a challenge, in a struggle that you will have to push through, and when there is significant discomfort, where it is becoming like a act of violence towards the body. So ahimsa, one of the Patanjali sutras, is to be non-violent to all sentient being, but that also includes ourselves, including our bodies. So only you will know where it is a discomfort, the energy block that surfaced to the area, and you have to push it through, focusing on the breath, bringing your attention to the breath, and where it is an injury that you have to nurture. So I will just leave you with that. So here we go for 7 minutes. We're not that far away from the getting to a mark of 11 minutes for this meditation. So imagine if we're doing it for 11 minutes, and we'll have that practice. But 7 minutes is still, it's still a pivotal point. I think any meditation that we do for 11 minutes It's actually after the 7th minute that we get to the juicy part of it. So just how I motivate myself. It's like, all right, 7 minutes, I just get to the peak of it. All right, here we go. This one is segmented breath through the nose, 8 strokes, mentally chanting Sata Nama twice, keeping the pace equal. Exhale through the nose, 8 strokes, again mentally chanting Sata Nama, and then keeping the breath out, no movement of the diaphragm, no movement of the belly, no movement of the chest for 16 counts. Hopefully you're doing it at the same tempo, so you can't go inhales are slower, exhales are slower, and then suspension of the breath is like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4. So in the manual it says to keep the pace equal. So just again, this is day 8. I'm sure you already kind of established your pattern where you feel comfortable. All right, so here we go. Arms are up, all fingers are together, space between the fingers about 12 inches, thumbs are down. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, set yourself in a Gukhi Yogic posture. Eyelids are down, and begin. Inhale deeply. Stretch the arms up. Tilt the head gently back. Exhale. 2 more times. Remember the root lock. Hold this meditative space. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And gently open your eyes. Okay. Well done. I'm doing my best to keep these videos to 30 minutes, no more. And the ironic thing is to get us through these times of great change, we need to devote at least 10 minutes every day to just sit and just be. And I watched the statistics on the viewability of the videos, and the average time is 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's not enough. That's not enough. So I feel these practices are our prescription for mental health and sanity and expansion that we need. So sealing the practice with deep breath of gratitude. Inhale and exhale. Just feeling grateful for taking the time to be with yourself, to be with your soul, to be with your breath, with your body. Inhale for Satnam. Satnam. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Start thinking about what are you grateful for 2021? What wisdom you've gained, and what would you like to bring in 2022? What would you like to become? Satnam.